I bet you are channeling Stacey Plaskett right now, who, when Joy Reid said, "What's your reaction?" she said, "I can't say my reaction on television." Oh. I'm like, oh, a potty mouth, a woman after my own heart. Travis, Stacey Plaskett happy hour. Let's find out what your real thoughts are on the.
We can work on that.
On the impeachment.
I've started.
Rude.
On my Patreon, I've started a monthly thing of tweets that I deleted before I posted.
Yes.
Just because I think I'd get kicked off Twitter for them.
Yes.
And there's a stream of them from this weekend.
Yeah, I would imagine. Here's the poll I was looking for. A new poll says 71% of American adults, including nearly half of all Republicans, believe Trump was at least partially responsible for the Capitol attack. No kidding. So, Rude, you said it best. You said at the end of the day, it's hard to escape the conclusion that Donald Trump, while president of the United States, actively tried to have the vice president and the Speaker of the House, along with others, murdered. Yes. I mean, Glenn Kirshner said it. This was really a murder trial. I mean, Nancy Pelosi, that's why she was so pissed. She's like, censure. We censure people for using the wrong stationery, not for an insurrection where people died in the Capitol. I mean, it's.
You're right, and it's completely maddening. I mean, I don't even. You sit there and you think, how do you sit there like Mitch McConnell, who I think comes off so terrible,
yes,
and he tried to thread some kind of honorable needle in some way to say, I believe he's guilty, but we can't because things.
Well, you said it best. On Twitter, you said McConnell's own reasoning. Trump could have told the mob exactly where Mike Pence was and had him killed, and the Senate would have to say in whether or not he can run for office again because something, technicality.
Yeah.
I mean,
because he didn't hold a trial right after the impeachment went through the House.
Oh, I know. It's not a straight face. It's a lot of, I don't know, no lips and a lot of necks. But my point is, that with a straight that he could say, well, no, it's too late. It's not constitutional now. When he's the one that held it up.
Yeah.
Just like, oh my God, right?
Yeah, and the thing is if he had decided, that's the other maddening thing, is if he had decided to convict, so many would have followed him.
Yes.
So many of them would have followed him. And we'd be talking about something. We'd be talking now about the vote to ban Trump from running for office again. But this is who they are. This is what they have said. This is who we are now.
I believe you've explained before that they are mother, and it is inherent in the word that they're mothers. And I don't know why we're surprised.
If they see a mother,
every
that's
time
what they're going to do.
They mother. Thank you. I actually quote you to people on that. So I just feel like it's a very succinct explanation.
You know what's funny? I do have to. It's total aside. In the early days of Google search,
yes,
my blog was like the second or third thing that would come up if you Googled that word.
That word, okay.
That word. Well, that is a point of pride.
I know. Also, the C word for a while.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
When that was when you could still get away with using that. Yeah.
And you use it quite regularly and quite elegantly. You said this mother is actually blaming BLM protests for the attempted coup. What a garbage time in our history. I mean, the whataboutism was so head spinning. And by the way, Travis, I had to Google Lindsey Graham going, well, by this, Kamala Harris will be impeached by these rules. I was like, wait, what now? I had to Google because she bailed out rioters, and I was like, okay. Type in Google, Kamala Harris.
Riders, bail, busted heads.
She tweeted about a group because, again, Black Lives Matter protests were about George Floyd being murdered on camera in front of people, and the protests were largely peaceful, and it was a bail fund for peaceful protesters that were, right?
That were
swept up in this. He made it sound like she personally went and bailed out people that were being violent and drove them back to do something else violent. I'm like, wait, what?
Go hit him in the heads.
Gave them a tire iron and said, go to it. Here's a Molotov cocktail. Go take out that target.
Oh my God, I can't. The whataboutism was okay. And you said I might take this vaguely seriously if he used the proper term Democratic Party, not Democrat Party, you scabby. Ooh. That was a P word for, okay, it was just funny.
I mean, and that was all three of the defense lawyers, they all said Democrat as the adjective.
Yeah.
And instead of Democratic. And it was like,
everything they said was a lie. The first
not
person
even the minimum of respect.
Oh my God, they tried to blame Antifa. They said Donald Trump didn't know at any time that Mike Pence was in danger. I mean, it's just contradicted by other Republicans. I mean, it's just okay.
Yeah. And essentially, it was the she was asking for it defense. I mean, is really what it was. Is like, oh, you thought you could just get away with those sexy protests in the summer. Well, look what you got for that.
Oh my God. You also had some thoughts on what's his name, Michael Vanderveen. You said if I saw him being eaten by bears, I would tell him, well, now this is what I call cancel culture before walking away. That's very rude.
That guy.
What a jerk. What a jerk guy was, on top of being a liar and just nasty and just, I mean, I don't.
He's like, he's an ambulance chaser. I mean, that's what he is. He's an ambulance chasing attorney who is probably used to talking to opposition clients, to the opposing counsel like that, to try to bully them into settling. Like insurance companies, trying to get them to settle because, oh my God, just give him some money so he shuts up. We had a theory Friday that I think he knows that he's a personal injury lawyer. He's like a slip and fall. I think Donald Trump probably rolled over a caddy in his golf cart and killed him, and that's how he knows that guy. I mean, I don't know. Allegedly, I'm just people are saying. Allegedly. Some people say, and then buried him in a sand trap. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. And the fact that Jamie Raskin just didn't walk up and just deck him at some point. I mean, frankly, with everything Raskin's been through, we'd have given him a free one on that. I know. Well, you just said on Twitter, do not let these bastards rewrite what happened this summer. Do not let them reduce the enormous peaceful protests to isolated violence. They're already doing it. Don't let them. I mean, you knew they were going to go with this stupid whataboutism and, but this person said this. And, it's just, the defense was awful, but I think that it didn't matter. You're right. I mean, I as I've been saying since the show opened, Rude, I don't know your thoughts. I wish they had called witnesses. I wish they did. I get why they didn't, because Republicans are going to their mothers. That's why. It wouldn't matter what they did. They were always going to vote this way. But Right. And let's also, and that also makes it clear, everybody's upset at the Democrats for not calling witnesses. And sure, there are reasons to do that, but do not take away that this is solely on the Republicans. No, that's what I'm saying. Don't help the media with, this is, 99.9% Republicans, but they're cowardice. Mitch McConnell's cowardice, all these other Republicans' cowardice. I mean, that absolutely is the story. And because, and this is what Democrats do, right? We're Monday morning quarterbacking, and we're all lawyers now, and we're all like, we should have done this or this. I mean, Daniel Goldman, was the impeachment, obviously, attorney the first time around. I get the solid legal points that people are making. He said, I'm told that multiple witnesses near Trump and Pence were approached by the House team to provide testimony about Trump's state of mind and the threat to Pence, and no one wanted to cooperate. Too risky to call someone cold, particularly when the case is so powerful as it is. So I get the reasons why. And again, that's about Republican cowardice of Kevin McCarthy and others that, and Pence. That, Pence, right through AIDS, lets it leak that Trump's team is lying, that, obviously he knew about the danger. I mean, Tommy Tuberville is like the biggest Trump sycophant, and he said, no, I told him the vice president had been evacuated. I mean, so I don't know. And if they had gone the subpoena route, then that would have gotten caught up in courts. I think they're still litigating Don McGahn's testimony from the first impeachment trial. Right. So But I just hate that Republicans keep getting away with it because they're bullies. I mean, Richard Painter, our friend, said Senate Republicans apparently threatened to use the filibuster to stop all other Senate business, including COVID-19 relief for desperate American families, if this trial were to continue and hear witnesses. Never before has the GOP stooped so low to defend Donald Trump. I mean, that was hostage crisis using the American people. Be a shame if nobody was to get any COVID help right now. I mean, this is why this isn't a real trial, because there's all this other stuff politically. This is where my blame for Democrats comes in, because what should have happened in this fantasy Senate game we play is that they should have said, okay, well, we'll get rid of the filibuster now, and you can't filibuster anything, and we'll call witnesses. That's playing the hardest ball you can right there. Saying, all right, you want to threaten that? Well, maybe this will actually get Manchin and Sinema and Feinstein on board.
Well, I mean, you wrote a whole piece that it's dead on, Rude. You said Democrats are trying to save the Republican soul, but the GOP prefers damnation. You said Democrats are offering Republicans a chance at redemption. They're giving them this chance to untether themselves from Trump and his shrinking hordes of idiots. Right now, the only thing that can save the GOP from Trump is banning him from running for federal office. I mean, I said it earlier, Rude, but don't you think these that want to run, these seditious weasels like Ted Cruz and Josh Hawley, they're betting the same thing we are. Trump's not he's either going to be in jail or dead. I mean, of course, we found out they were lying to us about how sick he was with COVID. They lied about everything. He was this close to being on a ventilator. I mean, he is in horrible physical shape. He's in a world of, that's what they're betting on, is if you voted to make sure he can't run again, that's going to piss off the idiot hordes, as you say. But they're just going, he's not going to run anyway. He's going to be in prison. He's going to be dead. He's going to be too feeble in 40. He'll be 80.
That's totally what Hawley and Cruz are betting on. They are 100% betting on that. And Nikki Haley this weekend, saying, "Oh, okay, I guess we shouldn't have followed him."
2 weeks ago, she said, "Leave him alone. You're lucky he even performs for you." Right.
And who was part of his administration at the beginning?
No, too late for all y'alls. I mean, it's just, it really, no, but you're right, Rude. I keep coming back to that as much as we can, because I think it's so much pent up frustration, right, from everything, the Mueller thing. And, SDNY, he's individual one. You can't just go, never mind. I mean, it's just, he is already implicated anyway, I think there's we have so much pent up frustration that this was just another thing that we're like, are you kidding me? Real? I mean, I know we knew what the outcome was going to be, but it just, anyway.
Yeah. And you know what pisses me off about it is it still this whole thing made us unable to really celebrate Trump losing, this whole thing, because everything has got to still be filtered through what he has done to the country and how he has broken our political system. And we thought we were going to have a really great orgasm, and instead we just got all right, it felt good,
better than nothing. All right, and I think we'll end on that. Well, that'll be our happy ending for today. Okay,
exactly.
Yes.
Love you, Rude.
Is it? Yeah. No, that will be a part of the Google search.
Yes.
I found a Valentine I sent to everybody yesterday that has little hearts, and it's just like, alone forever. Who cares? Meh.
Yeah.
Meh. Whatever. Okay.
You send them all vibrators with it, though. See that with.